Okay, so once you get to this page, you can see we have demo, we have real. We are opening the demo account, so click on demo. And another thing is that MT4 is easier to navigate compared to MT5. So generally, we suggest that we go with MT4, unless maybe somebody that is used to MT5 before now. If you have it and you are used to it, it's still fine. But in this case, generally, everybody is using MT4, so you click MT4. Because if you create MT5 account, you can't link MT5 account with MT4 application. It has to be MT4 account to MT5, to MT4 application. So the next thing we want to do is maximum leverage. Maximum leverage. So generally we advise you don't leverage much. So let's just make do with 1 to 500 maximum leverage. All those terms, they might seem like jargons. Let's just leave them out for now. Then starting balance, whatever amount you want to start your real account trading with, whatever amount you want to start your real account trading with, use that same, use that same amount to open your demo account. So in this case, we'll be using $100 in this case. $100. So let's just put $100. $100. Then leave the currency as USD. Account nickname, if you like, you can put your name, it's fine, but it doesn't really make any difference. Then you create a password. This is your trading password now, but I'll advise that if anything you are doing online, let the password be in the neighborhood of the same characters, so that you save yourself the stress of trying to recall which one you use for which account. So if I were you, even though some platform might require that you add some characters or thereabouts, but let it revolve around the same characters. So in this case, I'll use the same password I used at that time. Trading. I use trading 07. So you can see that all those checklists, they are now in green. If any of them, if I didn't go by any of them, you see it in red. For example, if I just make it, let me just make it trading alone. You can see that 8 to 15 characters, it's in red. That means that my password is not up to 8 characters. So if any of those checklists is violated, you see them in red. But then let me return back to the password proper 07. So now it means that now we are good to create an account. It's quite easy and straightforward. The same procedure we use in creating a demo account, we also use the same procedure to create a real account when we are ready. Now, this is the account we just created. This one that is carrying 711-96549. Now, the next thing we want to do is we need to link this account with our MT4, because all our trades is being entered on MT4. We don't want to enter a trade on Exness. We want all our trades to be entered on MT4. One of the reasons is that it's possible that you control more than one account, and all those one account, you see that you link them up in one place on MT4. So you can easily switch between accounts. If you want to demo trade and be trading real accounts, maybe you want to use demo to be backtesting some strategies. You can have a demo account, you can also have a real account. So you can switch between those two at intervals. So the next thing we do now is we need to now link up these accounts with our MT4. So from here, we navigate to our MT4 application. MT4 application. We navigate to our MT4. So once we open our MT4, MetaTrader 4, we open our MetaTrader 4. Now, while that one is open, we need to get our login details from this platform, Exness. And how do we do that? You can see this setting icon towards the right of this account that is carrying 711-96549. So just click that settings icon. I have to use phone view because it's easier for us. About 99% of us will be entering trade on phone. So it's quite easier for us to navigate through the phone menu than the system menu. So once you click on this setting icon, the next thing you do is click on account information. Click on account information. Account information. And at this point, all you need to do is copy your login detail. You can see the login detail. This is 711965549. Copy the login detail and take note of the server. The server is Xness Trial 10 because I've copied the login detail. The server is Xness Trial 10. Take note of the server name and copy that MT4 login detail. Then you go back to your MT4. In the meantime, let me clear this person. So once you get your MT4, all you just need to do is paste this login detail, put your password, and you're good to go. So how do we do that? 1 minute. So go to our MT4. Towards your top left, the topmost left, just beside these quotes, you see this menu. Click on that menu. Let me go back. Just beside the quotes, towards the top left, you click on that menu, and this particular pin will pop up. Then you click on manage accounts. It's very easy. Once you do it once, it's quite easy to navigate. Now manage accounts. Now I've added this account before. This one you have seen Nexus Technology. Now I want to add that other account. So how do I add a new account? All you just do is see this plus icon, this cross icon that you are seeing towards the top right. Click on that cross icon. Now you are not opening a demo account. What we are doing is we want to log into an existing account. So we click log into an existing account. Now, because I've searched the broker, I told you the other time, I said, take note of that server name. That server name is the same thing as the broker. So now they said find broker. And if you can recall, the broker that we saw there is actually Xness Trial 10. So you need to look for it, Xness Trial 10. Sorry. So the broker there is Xness Trial 10. So let's see that. So just search for it, Xness Trial 10. Trial 10. If you have not done it before, you will not see it. Because I've done it before, that's how you are seeing it. You can see it's Xness Trial 10. So click on it. Then the login detail that you copied, paste it here. Paste it here. Once you paste it, include your password. Include your password. So include your password. And the password I used the other time is I use trading 07. Then I can now sign in. Now sign in. But once you put all this information, automatically your account will be linked up with MT4. So that's the way we create an account and we link up our account with MT4. You can see it. This is the new account that we just linked up. Now the next thing I want to do is that's the way you create an account and link it up with MT4. It's as simple as that. And for those using MT5 or that want to use MT5 later, it's the same procedure. The only difference is just that instead of choosing MT4 while creating an account on Xness, we just choose MT5 instead. The same procedure for real account, the same procedure for demo account. So the next thing we want to look at is how we can basic terms and how we can copy trade trade signals. But before then, I don't know if we have any question or if there's any confusion. If there's anything, if you're having difficulty linking up your accounts or there's any issue at all, can we just bring it up now before we proceed? Or if you are good, you can just drop a one in the chat box. I can continue, so we can continue from there.
Thank you, sir. I have a question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, my name is Yemi. I actually I've started trading before where I stopped, but that was on the demo level where I stopped a long time ago. And I was using that MetaTrader 4. Now, while preparing for this meeting, I tried to open the MetaTrader 4, but it was logging out. I think close to the end of this session we just finished, I assume the reason for that, because I guess the trader that I was using before, the broker, maybe this thing expired with them. So it's not recognizing it because logging me out. So on that one now, if I copy my registration with XNES now, put in on the MetaTrader 4, I hope it should be able to open.
Yes, it should. It should. What could cause that many a times is it might be two things. Number one, it could be the application can misbehave sometimes. So sometimes one might have to uninstall the app and reinstall. Then the second thing is what you mentioned, sir. That's the account that you registered, because it has been a long while. That account most likely will no longer be valid. So as it stands now, if you copy your login details from XNES to the platform, it should work. If all things being equal, it should work. Else you just uninstall the application and install it again, and everything will be fine.
So after the meeting, I think I will try that one. If I have any issue, I'll let you know. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, so
any more concern? Okay. Demo registration. We just did that now. After this meeting, we'll try and see if we can drop the recorded video of the session. We just did that now. We just registered a demo account on XNES, and we've been able to link that up with MetaTrader 4. So after this meeting, we'll try and see if we can drop the recorded video. Now, the next thing we want to do now is, how do we now copy trade ideas? At least from the beginning, the foundation that our leaders are trying to lay for all of us is, okay, from at least for a start, we should find a way of copying trade ideas that professionals will drop. Then later on, those ones that maybe people that really have a little time and all that can now move from just copying trade signals to analyzing chart themselves. But for now, whenever they drop, there's an advantage to that too, so that even when the other person is busy with his own trade or there's no signal and all that, we can confidently go into the market and also analyze the chart and pick trades confidently. Of course, it's very achievable, but it takes a while. As it stands now, the basis is, how do we just copy trade from people? Like I said, for those that joined early enough, out of the 6 trades that have been dropped on this copy and paste platform, 5 of those trades, they actually entered in profit. And even the only one that went the other way around, that only one was covered up for by the other signal. And one good thing about this market is that it's the largest market in the world. So anytime one enters, if one can analyze and make conscious decisions based on technical analysis, obviously the market will always be there Mondays to Fridays. So then, how do we get started copying trade ideas? So many a times they will drop trade ideas. They will give you entry points, stop loss, take profit, and all that. Those things, they might sound like jargons, but as soon as we keep practicing on demo, there's no harm in it. Even if you blow a demo account, we can always register a fresh demo account just to ensure that we master it. Just today, somebody drew a demo account of about $100 to $720 on the main group. Of course, he has been trading for close to 3 years. So with technical analysis and all that, he was able to pick some trades confidently. So it's not a crime. We can try out with demo account, and once we are confident with entries and exiting the market, then we can now go from there to real account. And also we also need to know that it is not compulsory, because now we're talking about take profit, talking about stop loss. Take profit, simply put, is just the point at which you want to exit the market. And the positive part is we can enter those parameters and go to sleep whether you are there or not, it will be executed. However, professionals do advise that many a times when you monitor your trade, when you are in profit already, especially when you've seen that you're in profit, you don't have any reason to lose from that trade again. For example, let me use, for example, let's say you entered a trade and that trade is already, you are seeing about $20 already in profit, depending on how much you are trading with. So long you are seeing it, there's no reason why you should lose that trade again, even if there's a reversal. And that's why you have to understand the concept of pushing your stop loss and taking profit. There are two ways. Some will decide to leave the market on their own, and that's the difference between the Forex and some other trading platform like binary. Or you can decide to exit the market once you are seeing a blue, which is the profit. Take the profit and leave, so that one will not give room to greed, and eventually person will now lose. It has happened before that because of somebody feeling like $28 is too small a profit. He was trying to make more and all that. Eventually, the market retraced, and at that point, it's beyond control. So that's why we also need to know when to exit the market and just take the profit at it. So let's look at. Let me use some of the trade ideas that were dropped in the course of the week on Telegram group. So we use that to just see how we can enter those trades. And if you want to exit the market, how do we exit the market? So we look at that on Telegram. Okay. Now this particular one, just a few seconds. Okay. Where is it? This particular, open now. Sorry, network is quite bad this night. All right. Now this trade we are seeing, USD CHF. This trade was dropped. I think today. It was dropped today. Yes, it was dropped today. I can see the comment of the analyst. People that assert it was dropped around 12.25, as at 12.32. People that have not entered then, they have already missed 154 pips. Of course, people that even entered after the 12.32 still made something out of that trade. Not, it won't be as much as somebody that entered almost immediately. So that's why one should be very swift in entering trade. When you see it, after all, a large number of us who might not be able to analyze the market ourselves. So that swiftness is quite important. 1 minute delay might prove very, very, very decisive. So that's why when you just see it, you enter it. But let me not start from there. This trade was dropped last week. Euro JPY. It said buy, stop loss, take profit 1, take profit 2. When you see TP, it means take profit 2, take profit 3. Now what they are saying is that Euro JPY, there are two things that is being done in forex markets. Is that you are buying or you are selling. Some might be feeling like, how can you sell what you don't have? In the market, is that you are buying or you are selling, and your equity, what you need to trade in the market. When the market is climbing, that's when
Hello.
you say, hello, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Before you proceed, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's confirm, because
Okay.
we need to be sure that people understand the idea of buying and selling. You know, that
okay,
is very critical in this training.
Yes.
Does anybody understand to this extent what our trainer is trying to pass across? Can somebody explain what it means to buy
and to sell,
and what it means to sell? And when you buy, what direction will the market go?
Yes.
That will make you to be in profit?
In profit. Yes.
And if it goes otherwise, what will be the implication, the consequence? And if you are selling, what direction will the market go and will make you be in profit? And if it goes otherwise, you'll be negative. So can somebody throw more light on that? So that we just be sure that we are not talking to ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Yemi, can you throw more light since you have been a trader, a retired trader? Now that you are coming out of retirement.
Well, I'm not a retired trader, sir.
Are you sure?
I was just a learner. I was just a learner that I didn't give enough attention to it at the time. All right.
Okay.
So my little understanding about just like buying and selling normal way, but now it's not something on the physical tangible. All right. So it's a particular currency that you pick, that you predict that this currency is rather going to go higher or it's going to go lower. So you put your money on the stake from what you already have. So if you predict that this is going to go high, that the currency is going to increase in value, so you buy at the lower rate of the currency. So when the price of that currency goes up, then you make profit. But if you also predict that this currency is going to lose value, so in that case now, so if the thing goes against what you predict, that's when you lose. But if it goes in line with what you predict, that's when you make profit. So I think that is just the little I can say. And then of course the take profit and stop loss is just like our instructor advised or can talk to us. Is when you are not there, you just want to set up a system so that when the thing begin to go at a particular time, without going against what you predict at a particular period, it shouldn't go beyond that so that you lose very minimal amount of money you can afford. And when you begin to make profit, you don't want to risk too much of your, you don't want to be greedy. You quickly take the profit that he has made at that time. Either the market continues or you come out of it. It depends on how it is set up. That's my little understanding. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah, it's the explanation is very generic, but let me give an example that will drive home the point. What we are trading here is currency pair. Is either you are trading euro against dollar, dollar against Japanese yen. So if they say, okay, take go into the market when the currency pair is at 200 naira. I'm using naira now for the sake of this class. And they say buy at 200 naira. If the price of that currency pair goes beyond 200 naira, you will be in profit. As in, immediately you click buy at 200 naira. If it goes to 210, you'll be in profit. But when you click buy and the thing goes south, that is, if it goes below 200, you will be negative. But if you click sell for the same currency pair and the price of the currency pair drops below 200, you'll be in profit. But if it goes up beyond 200, you'll be negative. And that's why they are saying that if your analysis is good, you will always make profits. Whether the market is red today, whether bearish or bullish, you will always be in profit. So the main, the most important thing in trading is ability to chart the market and be able to predict the direction of the market, right? So that's my own lane of explaining what the professional in the room is trying to pass across. Okay, let me confirm if my understanding is correct.
You are very correct, sir. You're very correct,
Yeah.
sir.
So because I'm seeing some people who are just coming to this space, and if we continue to use all those terminologies, they won't understand all this buy, sell, buy, sell. So when you are selling, if the price drop, you are in profit. But if it goes out, it's just like the normal way. For example, you've gone to market to buy one bag of rice. When maybe you bought it at 10 naira, and suddenly within 10 minutes, the price of that bag goes to 20 naira, you will be in profit. But if you buy it at 10 naira and the price is now going down, that means you are in negative. Likewise, if you are selling, the person that is selling, if he sells at 10 naira and the price of the rice drops, he will definitely is in profit. Is in profit. But if you sell at 10 naira and the price of the price goes beyond 10 naira, that means you are in loss. So it's very key you understand the basic thing about, this basic explanation of trading. If you don't understand how the sell and buy works, then there is nothing is explaining on this call that you get. So that's what I just want to throw more light on. So we can go from here. I hope nobody has question concerning buying and selling and how to make profits.
So I think that I think the idea of tonight's training, I don't know, this is the first time I'm able to join effectively. I don't think it is to train us on how to trade, as it were. But since we are coming on board for a particular reason now, many of us want to see, just like the instructor said, how can we copy trade for now? The learning on how to trade by ourselves is something that will come for those who want to do that. So for now, I think if we start off from where we can understand how this thing, we may not understand the details, but at least what can we do now and begin to see progress. And I think that can also motivate a lot of people to want to learn more about it, how they can do it by themselves. So if you can copy, I stopped at demo trading and I was making profits before I stopped. And why I stopped, that one is not my point. So I believe for majority, I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody, but I think in my own thinking is that this training would be for us to learn how to copy trade when the, yes, sir.
Sorry to cut in. Yeah, you are very right. We are not training people to start trading themselves. But the copy trading, you must understand this basic rule of buy and sell.
Okay.
Because you are going to use it in the copy trading. If you don't understand this buy and sell, you can't even do the copy trading.
Right.
So the scope of this class does not go beyond the normal thing you are supposed to do, how to link your XNES with your MT4, then how to do the copy trading, setting of the stop loss, take profit. It's not beyond that. Right. So, but if you don't understand this sell and buy, it's still going to be somebody can go there and click buy instead of saying click on sell. And the person will be negative. But if you understand this basic knowledge, you have the basic knowledge of what the sell is doing for you, what the buy is doing for you, then it's going to be a lot easier to do that copy trading that is going to train us about. I have already learned it, but I struggle with that understanding until I was able to have this market woman understanding of buying and selling.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. Also, for those of us that we're struggling with network here, I just entered now. I just got a little part of what you were talking about, the buying and the selling. I just want to just take it a little more in a brief summary, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you gone through the video posted on the page?
Yes.
On the WhatsApp page?
Yes, sir.
So that means you have been able to set up your XNES?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So let me quickly.
I did it in the day today before sending the video. So
that's the saving grace, because I wouldn't have answered your question if you haven't done that. So the idea is this.
Yes, sir.
By the time they start dropping those copy trade signal, it's either they tell you to buy or they tell you to sell. When they tell you to buy means that you are going into the market and you are buying a currency pair, hoping that the price will go up to make profits. But if you click buy and the price of that currency pair begin to decline, you'll be in negative. Okay. I'm now using our normal day-to-day buying and selling in Nigeria to further explain what that means. If you go to a market in Nigeria today and you buy, let's say, a bag of rice for 20 naira, and within 30 minutes, the price of the same bag of rice goes to 30 naira, you know you are in profit.
Yes. Yes.
But if you click sell and you sell at 20 naira, if the price of that bag of rice you just sold at 20 naira goes to 10 naira, you know that you are in profit, because the 20 naira you have gotten as cash can buy 2 bags of rice because the price has dropped to 10. So you are in profit. So when they say sell, the direction that will favor you when you click sell is going south. That is when it goes south, when it begins to go down. But if you click buy, the direction that is favorable to you is when it's going north. So that's what you should have at the back of your mind, so that by the time it begins to teach you, because from tomorrow now, some of you will start trading. The agreement is, our plan is that from tomorrow, Port Harcourt people, minimum of demo accounts. There are people who want some amount of money today by trading well, by showing some of their skills. But that's not for this class. You have not learned how to trade. So you can't even win. Even if you enter that class tomorrow, you won't be able to win any amount of money. So, but we're trying to encourage people to learn the trading, but let's not be in a hurry. Let's do the copy trading first. Then as soon as we graduate and we can chart the market ourselves, then you can go ahead and take some trades without anybody giving you signals. So I hope that is understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
we can go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, yeah.
That was very, very insightful, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I had to quickly enter some trades so that we can use that to just fully understand when we are buying and we're making profit, and when we are selling, it's the other way around. Down with our mic, please. Now, for example, let me just show us this. I gambled this trade actually. I entered a sell for USD CHF. This you are seeing it on the screen. Now, if you check the charts, if you look closely, this green line, you can see a green line. Anytime you enter a trade, you always see it on the chart. This green line, your chart might not look like this, but maybe later on outside the class, we might find a way of setting it so that it will look somewhere like this, or you just program it the way you want it to be. Now, when you enter a cell, you can see this green line on the screen. That means that's the point at which I enter this market. And like Pastor said, when you are selling, that means that what you want to see is you want it to go down. Once it goes beyond your entry point, automatically you start making profits. And if it keeps going, your profits, we keep multiplying, depending on how far it can go. But the major thing is that selling, you want to go beyond your entry point, and buying, you want to go above your entry point. And that's why you can see that this currency pair that I sold, USD CHF, you can see that it's in green already because it has gone past my entry point. But look at this other one I bought, gold against USD. That means that buying gold against USD, I bought at this first price. That's the price I bought, 1676.046. So that means that it has actually gone down, and I was actually forecasting that it would go up. And that's why you can see it in negative. That's the easiest way. That's one way you can understand the concept of buying and selling. And also to take note, every time you enter a trade, every trade starts with a negative. For those that may want to learn the concept of trade later, or they understand when they talk about spread and all that, every trade will first start in a negative. If it goes in your direction, if you are buying, meaning that if it climbs higher than your entry point, then you start making profit. And if otherwise, it will be in negative. But whichever way it is, if it's a technical analysis, even if your analysis is correct, the truth of the matter is that market does not move in one direction. It moves in zigzag direction. If you are predicting that it will go higher, that does not mean that it will keep rising from morning to night, even though the market trend is, predicted to be like it will be going higher. You might see that zigzag motion, go up, come down, go up, come down, and like that, and like that. So that's the way market moves. So don't be scared when they drop, because some persons too in the group, when they dropped a signal from morning till around noon time, it was just in negative. And some were panicking that should we close the trade? Should we? And lo and behold, even before the trade came, maybe I think it came the following day or something, and it was eventually in profit. So don't be scared when you enter a trade and you are seeing negative. And that's why you put your stop loss so that you don't risk too much of what you are trading with. If it is your stop loss, another trade will make up for that. So let's look at how we copy those trade ideas. So let me start with one of the trade ideas that was dropped the other day. Now, this is Euro JPY. Euro JPY. The concept is buy. And that's why I also appreciate that dialogue session that Pastor Emi was talking about buying and selling. Because there was a time that they asked somebody to buy and the person clicked sell. Others were making profits and the person was just seeing red. So it was not surprised. Some many readers were posting their profit and all that, but ISO was negative. Later on, you now discover that they called a buy, he was selling. So it's very, very important. So we have to buy Euro JPY. So all we need to do is Euro JPY, we go to our MT4. Now, for those that have not been trading on MT4 before, you will not likely see most of those currency pairs. This is what they call currency pair trading. So how do we add a currency pair? They might call a currency pair and you're not seeing it on the screen of your MT4, this home page that you are seeing. So how do we add it? You see this cross icon towards the top right, you click that, then you type the currency pair you want to add. In this case, it's not case sensitive, so it is Euro JPY. You can see it. On MT4, you see M in front, but it doesn't really matter. So we click it, we add it. Now, if you type in a currency pair and nothing is showing, that doesn't mean that currency pair does not exist. It only means that you've added it before and you just have to go back and search for it. Obviously, you find it there. Now, the trade signal is Euro JPY. So click on it just once, then you click new order. I had to, and we also need to note this too. Normally from Mondays to Friday, especially the I think the New York session and New York session and what's the name again? The London session. Market closes by 10 and resumes again by 11. Mondays to Friday. So it's 10 o'clock. And that's why we are hearing that sound. That means that the market is closed. By 11, it will be reopened. Now, we want to enter that trade signal. Euro JPY buy. Stop loss 142.376. TP1, TP2, TP3. You have free take profit. For those that might have a large equity, some might decide to enter the trade 3 times. And it's only for those that have large equity and want to enter the trade 3 times that can enter this take profit. That means that they will enter the first trade, use this first take profit. They will enter the second trade, use the second take profit. Enter the third trade, use this third take profit. And the last take profit will actually yield more profit than the other one, because if you look at the price, it's higher than the other ones. But then for us that we are looking at a $100 account, we just stick with, even if they drop 4 take profits, just stick with the first take profit so that we don't overexpose ourselves. However, when you monitor your trade and you are in profit already, it's a taboo for one to lose at that stage. unless the one that we are not seeing. Maybe you just entered it and you just decide to just leave it there. But you monitor the trade and you're in profit already. It's a taboo for one to lose. Is that you take the profit, the one you are seeing there, or you decide to push your stop loss so that you don't lose anything again from that trade. Now, Euro JPY we should buy. So come, once you add the currency pair, the next thing you should do is set your lot size. And it's advisable that on every $100 worth of account, we don't risk more than 0.01 lot size, so that one will not blow the account. On a single trade, we don't risk more than 0.01 lot size for $100. That means that if you have $1,000 worth of accounts on the single trade, it's advisable. Yes, some persons might take more risk, but it's advisable that we don't risk more than 0.1 on $1,000 account. So on one trade, 0.1 for $1,000 account, then for $100 account, 0.01 lot size will be fine. So let's change this to 0.01. Then Euro JPY. Now, this is what they call market execution, meaning that you have to enter the market immediately. So if they didn't specify whether you are meant to, there's something called pending order and market execution. I'll show us the difference between the two. This particular one is market execution. Enter the parameters and click whether buy or sell, depending on what you are given. So from that signal, it says stop loss 142.376. First one, this first one that you are seeing.
Sorry, I'm raising my hand.
Okay, sir.
So for the benefit of everyone in the room, for an account of $1,000,
yes,
if you are using a lot size of 0.1, can you take more than one trade?
Yes, you can.
0.1.
You can.
As in for $1,000, not 0.01.
0.1 can take up to like 2 trades, but it might not be the same currency pair. So most likely, it's not likely that the two go in different directions. I mean, the same direction. So one can take up to 2 trades on $1,000.
So for $100, you can take 2 trades for 0.01.
Yes, it's still within the risk. Yes.
Okay.
One can still risk 2 trades for 0.01. It's still fine. Fine on $100. Okay. But not. Okay. We need to be careful. The other day they dropped a signal, and some persons were taking 3. They were opening 3 positions for just one signal. So what that means is that if it goes the other way around, they will lose the 3. So if let's say there were 2 different currency pairs, Euro JPY and USD JPY, and those 2 signals came almost the same time. Yes, we know that you can risk 0.01 on one and 0.01 on the other one. So most likely, even if one decides to go the other way around, the other one will cover up for it, but not one trying to open multiple position on one trade idea or one signal. So once we
somebody has a question.
Okay, sir.
You have
hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well done, sir. So
yes, sir.
I'm just thinking that if the target is to do 5%,
yes, sir,
on an $100 account, then why should we enter 2 trades and not just one trade? Because entering one trade, it's easier to monitor. And then if market just goes anyhow and you needed to jump out of the market, it's easier for you to close rather than chasing 2 trades. And I think it's part of money management and risk management for everybody to just stick to one trade rather than, entering multiple trades. At this level, I think it should just be at that point. When you grow, you can begin to juggle trades.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That's a very valid point. But like we said, it is not advisable for anybody to open multiple position on one signal. For example, this Euro USD that we are trying to enter now, some persons might enter the trade 3 times, hoping that they want to double the profit. Now the question is, if it goes the other way around, like one of the trades, that means that 3 trades at a stretch will go in negative. But if at all, once there's a signal, let's not enter more than one position, don't open more than one position. But we're just saying that which is most likely, which is not too likely. But we're just saying that if we have 2 trade signals, different currency pairs, yes, one can, in a sense, because of technical analysis, one can decide to take that chance. 0.1 on 1, 0.1 on 2. Since they are not the same currency pair, most likely it is actually not likely that the 2 will go negative. So that's what we are saying. But generally, money management and risk management is even more important than the trade itself. Somebody was saying, one of the sessions was saying that out of the 100% of the time that one has to trade, you use about 80% of the time just to analyze, manage your risk and all that. The trades that you'll be taking might not be more than 10%. And risk management should take about 90% of one's focus. Why 10% is just the technical ability and the trade itself. So we need to be careful so that we don't blow up our accounts before time. So the first one is stop loss. The second one is the take profit. So we just enter those 2 based on the parameters will be given. SL means stop loss. So we have 142.3, 142.376, 142.376. So we enter that 142.376, 142.376. Then the take profit, like I said, let's stick to the first take profit. And once you are seeing profit, don't be greedy. Close the trade and exit. I'll show us how we can close the trade manually. Whether it's when you are seeing that maybe the loss is unbearable and you want to exit. But patience is key too. But most importantly, when we are seeing profits, it's easier for us to take the profits and just make do with the little that is there, rather than waiting for the big one and then lose the little that we made. Now TP1 is 143,444. 143,444. So we have 143. 143.444. So once you enter those parameters, you were told to do, just double check. You're told to do what you were told to buy. So you just click buy. Just click buy. Now it's showing me invalid stop loss and take profit because the market has gone past that stage. But once you enter the correct parameter, just click buy. Automatically you're in the trade. That's for market execution. If you're asked to sell, automatically, once you just put those parameters, you enter the sell. And don't forget to manage your lot size, because in a quest to quickly enter a trade, it's possible that some of us might forget that we've not adjusted our lot size. And imagine somebody using 0.1 lot size on $100 account, just small retracement, the account is empty, just small retracement. So we need to be very careful. Edit your lot size, put the parameters, and click the right button, knowing fully well that the market will always be there for us to make the profit. So now, before we go to the other type of trade that you might be given. Now, let's say that one that we entered, that trade could not go through because the market has gone past that stage. That's one. Then secondly, the market, as it stands now, the market is closed. So till 11 before one can take trade again. Now, this trade that I entered at that time, you can see at some points it was in profit. Now they both are negative. That does not mean that they can still come back to, to enter profit. So let's say I want to close any of the trades now, most especially when I'm seeing a green color, meaning that I'm in profit. All you need to do is hold it down, hold whichever trade you want to close down. I want to close this USD CHF, so hold it down, Once you do that, you can see close order, close order. Close, then you now see this page, close with a loss. If it's a profit, you see that's close with a profit. Then once you click close, automatically you're out of that market. So you can close manually. And the other way around is you can decide to wait for the market to respond, especially when you're not monitoring it. It will eat your take profit or it will eat the stop loss eventually. So before we take question, let's take the other type of order that you likely see. This first one we entered, is a buy. You can see this other one. It says sell GBP, instant market execution. So if they include instant market, that means that you are entering the market almost immediately. Even if they didn't put instant market execution, once they just say you buy, sell, that means that you should do it immediately. Now let me now show us the other type, which they call the pending order. That one means that we've done analysis and we feel like, okay, well, if this market should get to this price, if we can break maybe this support or resistance level, this should be the direction the market should be headed based on technical analysis. So then we'll go there and go and set our order, wait for the market to get there and respond. So we set all this, that's what they call pending order. That means that you will just be saying it, but the order has not been executed. For example, this one that we are seeing, it's a pending order, USD card, sell stop. For now, let's not bother ourselves about what sell stop, sell limit, or whatever it means. Once they just tell you, okay, sell stop, input it is the same way it is. Sell limit, input the same way it is. Later on, we might get ourselves into what exactly those jargons means. So USD card, all we need to do is we'll go back there. Now, this is the trade that is the trade that is running currently. Now, if I want to navigate back to my chart, all these icons I are seen towards the bottom of the page. That's where you navigate. This first one, if you click it, you see all the currency pairs. The next one, you will see the chart of one of the currency pairs that you decided to check the chart out. Then the next one, you see the trades that is currently on, like that. You see this is the history, today's history, which is daily now. The next one is news and so on. So now I want to trade. The trade idea is USD card. We want to trade this USD card. So we need to go there. I don't have USD card before now, so I will add it the same way. So search for USD card. So once I add it, you observe that if I search for this again, I won't see it again. That does not mean that the currency pair does not exist. It only means that it has been added before now. So then I'll go back there. I have the currency pair already. So click on it once, then new order. Don't forget, you can see my lot size now. Don't forget to manage your lot size 0.01. And let me also say that the more the lot size, if you are in profit, the more the profits. And if it goes the other way around too, the more the loss. That trade I closed, if I had used 0.1 lot size, instead of the 6 point something dollars that was more or less the loss. If I had used 0.1 lot size, most likely maybe more than $100 would have been gone, which is even more than the equity I have in the account. So that's why lot size control, risk and the money management is very, very important. So now this currency pair now, they said is a pending order, sell stop. Now how do we enter that? Where you are seeing this market execution, if you want to buy or you want to sell immediately, you use market execution. That's instant market execution. But if it's pending order, just click that market execution. All those are pending order: buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. I don't want to go into details of what each of them means. But in this case, you are to sell stop. Let me also say this. There might be times that you'll be given a pending order, which is sell stop. If you are entering the trade like a minute or 2 minutes after it has been dropped, you might put sell stop and you will not be able to place the order. In that case, that means that there's actually a reversal in the market trend. So if sell stop is no longer active, then sell limit will be active. Whichever way it has to be sell. based on the trade signal. But in this case now, sell stop. And at that point, sell stop is at price. We should sell stop at this price, 1.31506.
Hello,
so enter
sir.
that.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you explain the sell stop and sell
And
limit
the sell
again?
limit.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take it again, sir. Now the sell stop, what sell stop does is this. Sell stop, for example, let me use Naira. Currently now, the currency pair is around 10 Naira. And based on technical analysis, I feel there's a particular price action around 15 Naira. If the market should get to 15 Naira, based on technical analysis, I believe the market should keep going up. Let me explain again. The market is currently, as it stands now, it's at 10 Naira. And I believe that if it can push up beyond 15 Naira based on price action, that's the history of the market now. If it can push beyond 15 Naira, the market should keep going up. And the other time we said, when it's going up, that means it's buy. So in that case, I might go beyond 15, let's say 16, and go and set a buy stop. Let me explain that again. It's buying already, it's going up. Buy means going up. It's going up already. Currently it's at 10 Naira. And I believe that if it can break the 15 Naira mark, it will keep going up. So as a trader that want to set a pending order, I can decide to go and set a buy stop at, let's say, price 16 Naira and set my take profit anyway. So that means that I'm anticipating that, okay, if maybe because of previous histories and all that, once it goes beyond 16 Naira, it will go up and get to 20 Naira before it will come back. So I'll just set a buy stop at 16, take my profits around 20 Naira. The same thing applies to sell stop. Sell stop means that it's going down now. Currently is at 15 Naira. And the market is the value of the currency is dropping. Now, based on previous history, if this thing can go below 10 Naira, that means that it will still go down more. So what I would do normally is, whether I'm there or not, okay, I've already seen like an indication that if it goes beyond 10 Naira, if it drops beyond 10 Naira, there's likelihood that it will drop to 5 Naira before it will start coming back up. Then I will now go and set a sell stop. Meaning that when you get to 10 Naira, by the time the price gets to 11 Naira, stop. Let me enter the trade and it will keep selling. That's the concept of sell stop. But for sell limit, it's just like the other way around. For sell limit is like the reversal. Reversal in the sense that I believe that, okay, it's climbing now. Note the difference though. It's 10 Naira now. When it gets to 15 Naira, I expect that it should drop from there. That it cannot go past, there's a barricade there. It will start coming down back. That's the opposite now. That one is sell limit. It will get to a limit and start selling. That's the difference between the two. So this sell stop, if you look at the chart, you observe that the market is dropping. It's dropping at that time when the chart was analyzed. But it is expected that if it breaks a particular region, it will drop more. So that's why they call it a sell stop. So I don't know if it's clear.
Let me test my understanding. What you are saying now, that the sell limit, for example, if the market is going up, yes, and you anticipate that when it gets to a particular limit, it will dump. That is the market will, yes, actually pull back.
Drop. Yeah, it will
drop.
Yes,
so
that's
let's say the mark is $15. So I anticipate as soon as it hits $15, is likely to pull back. So I can do my sell limit at 14.8.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
But if it's sell order, is this sell order they call it?
Sell stop. If it's sell stop.
Sell stop, brother. Sell stop. Yes. So I will have to say 15.1.
So for that's buy stop because it's going up.
Okay, buy stop rather. Buy
Yes.
stop. Okay, but if it's
50.1.
but if it's sell stop, so
stop.
where are we likely to?
So if it says stop, that means the market is dropping. It's dropping. Let's say from 15 naira, it's dropping. So I'm expecting that when it gets to 10 naira, if it can break beyond that 10 naira, it will drop more. I will now set my sell stop around 9.9 or something, that will keep dropping. So
that one is sell.
Yes, that's the sell
Sell
stop.
stop.
Yes. So that's the concept. Sell limit is more or less like the reversal. It will pull back, like you rightly said. It will get to a particular price and there will be a pullback. Why sell stop is they are going in the same direction, but I'm waiting for you to go past a particular price before we enter the trade.
Okay.
Yes. So we enter those parameters that we have there. Sell stop at price 1.31506. 1.31506. 1.31506. 506. Then the take profit. The first one is always the stop loss. First one is the stop loss. So we put the stop loss 1.3. The stop loss is 1.31255. 1.31255. 1.31255. 1.31255. Then the take profit. The take profit is 1.312. The take profit is 1.31255. Why the stop loss is 1.31778. 31778. 31778. 31778. 31778. Okay, so once all those things are in place, we just click place. Automatically, the market will wait for, the order will wait for this price to be reached, then automatically to be executed. And for the sell stop and sell limits, let me just keep this in. If you want to set, because if you are trying that, you might need to try and error and all that. And that's the way everybody learns to. You want to sell, you want to set a pending order. Maybe you are trying to learn how to analyze that and all that. You feel that at this price, you should start selling, and you want to set a pending order. You should know that if sell stop, if you could not place the order using sell stop, maybe you've not fully understood the way we explained, sell limits will work. So if after inputting those parameters, you put a price that you want to sell, and you click on sell stop, and you observe that icon that is meant to show, that place icon is not showing, then you should know that sell limits will work. And once you do that, once you enter the parameters, automatically the market will pick it up when it gets there. So I think with those basic knowledge, if we can practice, I think we should be able to enter to. Let's just entertain some questions. And if we don't have questions, then we hand over to Pastor. So Pastor can run. So we have questions. Let's just questions or contribution. Let's bring it up. Questions. So as it stands now, we have like about 90% of the information we need to be able to enter trade confidently. So what we expect individuals to do now is, whether there's a trade signal or not, we have information all over the place on Telegram and all that. You can just play around it and see how well you are actually understand some of these things that we're talking about. And obviously, occasionally we have some trade signals that will be dropped on the platform. Once we have those trade signals, let's try and enter them. If you're unable to enter those things, you can always seek for help, and from there we can gain mastery on the demo. And today is Monday. If we trade demo account for 2-3 days, you are not analyzing anything, just entering trade signals, I think in a few days, one should be able to try out trading on a real account. So I don't know if we have a question. Okay, I think there's a question in the chat box. Okay, thank you very much. That's that link is a very valid link. It's you can see, you just open your chat box, baby pips. For those that want to learn the act of trading technically now, with technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and all that, chart patterns, that site is one site that can get you started. And there's another, maybe later on we'll drop the book in the book. There's also another book. It talks about managing emotions, emotion-free trading. That's just because we observe that our emotions actually contribute, volume to how much success one is able to attain in this Forex industry. If one is making, you are seeing a little profit, and your emotion is telling you that you can make more, you can make more, you can make more. Before you know it, it turns again. Or thank God we are spiritual, we use faith. The market is going in the other direction. Some will enter trade without stop loss, hoping that but no matter how, the market will come back and favor them. And many times before it will come back, maybe by then the account should have been liquidated. So if we don't have any question, I think Pastor can take it up from here, sir. Pastor, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. That was quite informative. And I hope we've gotten one or two things today. One thing I would like to say is that don't let us be in a hurry. You're not expected to learn all the tricks of trading in just 1 week or 1 month. But the best way to learn is to ensure that you start with the demo version, try it, and by the time you're able to make some profit, that will start building your confidence to be able to go into the real trading. So I want to thank the facilitator for taking our time to explain in details. This is almost 90 minutes that we started. But one thing that will be of great encouragement to us that we're organizing all this is for us to start seeing people making money. And I dropped a calculator in the room. Use that calculator to calculate how much value your $100 can become in 1 year. I did that for some of my pastors today, and they were wowed. They were wowed that the $100 in 1 year can turn out to be millions of dollars if you keep compounding it at 5% interest rates. But let's even say some days you take some losses, things did not go in your way, your favor. You can still do up to $1 million in a year, which is still not bad with just $100 compounding. I did not believe it until I saw the calculator, used the calculator, and saw the daily breakdown myself. So what Pastor CJ said, that $100 can give you 400 million, is not even, it does just about $600,000, not even up to $1 million, which is where, sure, that is very possible. If you are very committed to it, Monday to Friday, you make sure you do minimum of 5%, whether by flipping, scrapping, all those things, all those trading jargons. The professional know what I'm talking about. But the idea is that wait for the market to come to you. You don't even need to learn all the trading techniques yet. You just follow the guy posting the trading signal. And if you are very serious with it, at a minimum, you should be able to do 5%. We saw people that did 8% today in the room. We saw people that did 11%. Somebody had $11 on the $100. That's 11%. So it means tomorrow you start from 111. So I will drop the calculator in the room, do the calculation yourself, I think that would be of great encouragement to everyone. It's powerful. You know, somebody came to my house tonight and was sharing the story of one of the men of God in this nation doing powerfully well in the area of finance. This is what they are doing. Compounded $100,000 for a year. That gave them billions of naira. So some people have done it before. So, and the truth is that the risk in doing this is quite low, relatively low, compared to other things we've done in the past. If you can follow them religiously, get to know it, the next 3 months, get serious with it, read the books on trading, you'll be shocked how much you'll be getting out of this. The boy that flipped $100 today to 7, how much did he make? 600 and something.
Yep.
Eh?
Yeah, 600 and something. Yeah, 600 and something.
He used $100 to get 600 and something dollars. In the room, everybody started shouting that this is gambling. No, it was because of the lot size the guy used. The lot size was heavy, but the guy proved why he used the lot size. He said he has been learning the techniques of trading for the past 3 years. He just 18 years, he has been learning it, and he was able to show us the technical analysis that made him to use that lot size. That he was too sure that market is going to go in his favor. But that's 3 years of experience. 3 years of experience. So some of us, I know we are traditional, we are used to traditional way of making money, but money has moved. Money is now hidden somewhere, and money is hidden online. So if you are going to make money the way you want it, then you've got to be online. You have to be online. So I want to encourage us. Let's take this thing serious. A lot of our people are not in this room now. They seem not to take it serious. And it's very painful that somebody has spent so much to set up a trading school in Lagos, got somebody employed who is a guru, who will be giving people trade signal, and people seem not to really understand the opportunity that is actually locked in this business. So let's take serious. I hope you made profit today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these guys, they are not just talking. They are this new system. Pastor TJ, since 3-4 weeks ago, every day he has been in profit. Every day. Today, he did 5%. The guy trading for him, the 21-year-old boy trading for him, made 10%. 10% of what? Maybe 10% of $160,000, $170,000. The money given to that guy was $100,000, but he has grown into about 160 the last time I heard. So if he's still 160, 10% of 160 is $16,000. So $16,000, when you multiply that, how much is that? That's massive. That's massive. That's well over 10,000 just on one trade. So in one day, somebody is already making 12 million, 13 million naira, which is still very, very small compared to some other traders. So let's take this, let's give ourselves a target. I don't know how many of you have seen that calculator. Has anybody used that calculator in the room? Hello?
Yes, sir. I've used it.
I've used it before, sir.
So pick it on this thing. Let me drop it. Try and use it to show how people can use the calculator.
Okay, sir.
Okay, can you use it to?
Yes, I can do that.
Do you have the calculator?
Yes, I can do that. Let me search for it.
Okay, so you show them.
Yes.
So that some people in this room can take this thing serious and know that this is a long term. It's not something you want to do in 1 week or 2 weeks. We are looking at the long term effect.
Yes.
This is the calculator. I just dropped it in the room now.
Okay, sir. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. All right. So let me, okay. Let me share the link. So let me share my screen so we can all see it. Okay. All right. So this is a daily compound interest. So we're working with US dollars. So you can see this principal amount. So let's just input $100. $100. Good. Now we're talking about 5% daily. 5% daily for 1 year. Now you can see include weekends. So you click no because we only trade Mondays to Fridays. So 5% daily for let's say 1 year, or let's even say 3 months. Let's make use of 3 months between now and December. Let's say 3 months. Now daily reinvest rate 100%, which means that after the 5% of $100 is $5. So the following day we are making use of 105. So that's many of these daily invest. Additional deposits, we don't need that. Now start dates. Let's start from today, or let's say from tomorrow. Let's start from tomorrow. Start date. It's the 20th from tomorrow. Now let's calculate. Let's calculate. So can you see the value that we are seeing on the screen? That's 2,383 US dollars.
You we on the billion.
One must have made 2,284%. So let's just say.
Can you do 1 year? Let's do 1 year.
1 year now.
Let's do 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, no, don't all of this chat.
Blood money.
1 year. So we don't want to include weekends. Okay. 100% from tomorrow. That's from tomorrow. 1 year. Let's calculate that. $100.
Don't include weekend, yeah.
No weekend. That's $3 million. So plus or minus, let's say maybe some days one could not meet up, or the losses and all that. That's the value, sir. The $3 million. That's for 1 year.
So scroll down. People may be doubting the possibility of this. Scroll down and show them the daily breakdown. Click on daily. Any breaks down.
Yeah.
Click on daily.
Daily breakdown.
Yeah, any. Click on daily. So can you see the first day? You make 5%. $5 we add on the $100. You have balance of 105. By the time you take it into the second day, your earnings at 5% will be 5.25. So that takes your balance to 110.25. For third day, you have 5.51. Your balance is now 115.76. By the time you scroll down, keep scrolling down, you see the daily earnings having new balance every day. So each of those days you have additional earnings that add up on the previous balance. So that is increasing your trading capital. It's increasing your trading capital. It's increasing your trading capital. It's increasing your trading capital. Can you see how your trading capital is increasing? So take it to 2023 September. Just scroll up.
2023 September. So see it. Yes. So this is February, September 23. Because it's
Hello?
Yes, sir. So September 2023, look at it, sir. 4th of September. Can you see it, sir? This is September 2023.
So what is it saying?
So the balance as of September 20, that's 33 million naira and $16,089.
Is anybody on this call? Okay, people don't believe what they are seeing. These guys, they are.
You look like blood money. Blood of Jesus money.
But somebody has done it in Nigeria now. I was told somebody did 100,000, and that 100,000 actually resulted in billions of naira. He compounded it for 1 year.
Wow. That will be our testimony by this time next year. All of us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I say amen to that prayer.
Amen.
But you still need to do your part.
A serious hard work.
It's not serious. You see, it's a smart work now. It's not even serious hard work. You know why I say it's a smart work? You are not even bothering yourself with the chatting. While you are learning as you progress, somebody is giving you the signal. All you just need to do is ensure that your phone is giving you alert, is alerting you anytime they drop the signal. Ensure you have enough, strong data. If I were you, I would not only have MTN, I will have Econet, I will have Airtel,
and let your data be always on.
And your data must be on.
Always.
Yeah. So with that, I know that I'm in for a very 1 year. You just sack your boss. You sack your boss. You can't have $20 million and not sack your boss. Because if you have $20 million, you'll be bargaining on how you will buy over the company where you work. You just tell them one day that how much do they want to sell the company, and they'll be wondering what has come over you. So that's the idea. Some of us, once we have $100,000, we will sack our boss. We won't have that patience to wait $1 million. So, but that's the reality. People are doing it. So you can see I only need 5 or 6 people to start making money and start posting their trading result on the platform. Because a lot of our people, like Pastor CJ said, he said that Port Harcourt people seems to be laid back from what he saw. That Lagos guys are young boys doing great things. But in Port Harcourt, you struggle to get boys like that. So at this point, I think we will have to draw the curtain there in the absence of any other question. So ready to trade tomorrow. If you have been able to link your XNext to your MT4, please join the main room. We'll drop the Telegram group where the signal is being posted. We'll drop it in the room tonight. Please join the Telegram room, the Telegram group as well.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, sir.